Hey everybody, I'm just doing a quick little update, so make sure you stay tuned. Welcome everybody, and here on the bench, I've been working on the Mustang. Yes, there's been a bit of a delay in this here, but it's becoming summer and outside stuff needs to get done. So I am working pretty hard at trying to get some videos out for you, but here's what I've got so far. Yes, the bench is a total disaster. I have made a template for the firewall. The engine is pretty much set where it's going to be. All right. Not glued in yet, of course, but get that out of the way so don't break it. Made a bit of a stand or motor mounts for it. I'll finish that up. I have cut out the back fenders. You've seen that. Now I have cut the front ones as well. I've relocated the frame. I've cut it off. All right. And once I did that, I cut the cross member section out. So it should have been like that. Cut front grille or rad support, whichever you want to call it here in this case. So yes, that's cut. Now I relocated this up. So now when I put my front wheels on, and I've got tape holding the centerpiece in, so it's doesn't fall out, but I can use the center hub. And I got a couple pieces of brass here, that I cut that fit over the spindles and fit inside the back of the wheel. So once I put these on, like so, now of course, by the time I'm done, there'll be brake rotors and everything in here, so a lot of that will be gone. But that's what we get. Just a little bit of width on the outside, right? So I can make my fenders and stuff. Everything sits right, sits at the right height. It looks good. Once I finish up the rear axle, I had to shave it down a little bit just to give it some clearance for the bell housing on the transmission. I can finish gluing the axle together, so I'll put the leaf springs and the pins in and everything. Get that set into place. So right now I'm actually working on making the rear wide body fenders. So I've got a piece of plastic here. Now I've glued a strip on, bit of an angle, I know it looks funny like that, but it's not fully trimmed up yet. And then I've cut almost a cone shape. And this will get glued onto here once everything's all trimmed up properly and sitting on there, right? So I'll put this down, move the camera for you so you can see. So, yeah. So, anyways, so this will sit something like that. Now I still need to build a lip around here. Let's use the proper wheel. So this one here, once it's set in there, will sit just like that. If I can get everything to move, there we go. So it'll sit just on the inside. I know it's hard to see because of the way I'm holding everything, but I'm doing my best here for you. Okay. And this will get, like I said, I'll put a lip on here so that it'll fill that in a little tighter. And that's what you're looking at. Now, of course, I got to blend this one out a little further, and it'll come out a little further, and I'm hoping, anyways, that it'll come out a little further and then blend in up top over here, so it'll kind of follow more of the contour, but still look similar to this. This one here, I got to make come straight down. And then I got to cut in a vent over here. This will sit up a little higher like that. So that'll come down to the bottom, and then I'll have a skirt that goes across when I have this fender lip done over here. And then I'll have a piece that will cut right across from here. So it'll be flat on the bottom here, leaving this piece exposed. Feather out a little further. And that's where that's at. So I'm going to try and duplicate this on the other side. You know, because right now the wheel's going to stick out about that far. And I need to, you know, cover that obviously. And then once I got those flares done, I'll start working on the front flares. Okay. I want to, this here, I think I'm just going to glue the hood down. So I'm not going to bother with any detail in there. This isn't glued here yet so that I can still take all of this out. So I can finish up the interior. Same thing with the back. So that's where that's at right now. And so something else I got to work on is I need to make the transfer case portion for this, because this here faces forward. Or no. Yeah, it faces back like that. So that's the way it's going to be in the car. And it's actually going to be fairly close like this. I think it's this way. Just like that. Okay. So I'll make a transfer case that comes down and then a short little shaft. And then, of course, the axle springs and everything else will be on there. So this here will actually, I think it's this way if I remember correctly. No, it's this way. It'll end up sitting right about there. So the drive shaft will come through here. It's hard to see, but it'll sit roughly right about there. You know. And of course the transmission mounts right there. As you can see, that little pad. And yeah, the transfer case will sit in this back area here, which is why I left the gas tank. I just cut it off. I got to finish getting rid of the grooves that mimic the gas tank. And then, so it looks more like sheet metal is there. I did fill in the firewall section, as you can see down in here. I got to finish smoothing it out. Finish smoothing it out here, and I'll probably block this hole off here. Or maybe I'll make a full piece and block it off back here. I don't know yet. But yeah, so I got to finish doing something here. And as you can see, I can still get this out. During final assembly, I'll finish gluing that front subframe to the firewall. So I can still get everything apart. And like I said, I got this here, so I got to cut this out of some heavier styrene. I don't know if I'll use this one or a slightly thinner one. But either way, that will fit right in there. And it fits perfectly to the contour of the roof. Okay, so when I cut the next one, I got to cut it a little wider on the side over here. Right down in here. I cut the cardboard a little too short, so I got to make it just a little bit wider. This side is good. You know, everything's notched for the floors. Now, I'm not sure if I'll cut a little window in there or not, but we'll see. The engine sits right in here, like so. So there's plenty of room for the pulleys. Okay. And as you can see, there's where the transmission is. So I'll put a small ring there, drop the transfer case down right through here, and then a drive shaft going back for the axle. So fairly simple. Once I've got all that figured out, then I can, you know, finish cleaning up inside here, filling this in. This piece should be good, but I want to make this a little smoother and nicer. You won't see any of this because the window is up here, so I'll make sure this is all nicely smooth and filled in properly. So I just thought I'd give you a bit of an update. I will finish smoothing this stuff off. I've got the blue and the clear coat done on the Super Boss truck, so I am working on that as well. The clear coat is now dry, so I can fully scuff with probably 800, maybe 1,000 on the clear coat. One, to make sure it's completely flat. 2 to give the red paint and masking tape something to stick to. And then I'll get a video out on that as quickly as I can too. So if you have any questions or any comments, please leave them down in the comment section. I'd love to hear them. I try to read and comment back to each and every one of you. I want to thank each and every one of you that has watched the videos. I want to especially thank the ones that are subscribed. And if you haven't subscribed yet, it is free. So if you don't mind, do me a little favor, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell button if you don't want to miss any videos. Down in the description, I do have a link for my Instagram and my Facebook group. If you want to give them a follow, you'll get updates on this stuff before I make videos. If you feel that you want to help out the channel at all, I do have a PayPal Me account down there, so if you want to hit that, go right ahead. If not, no worries. I'm doing these videos anyways. So again, if you like what's going on here, hit that thumbs up. And thanks to each and every one of you for viewing and subscribing. So like I always say, just do it your way. And until next time, later.